While there were a lot of great coaches, we had to get the best of the best, and the best of the best is Ty Lue. Ty, of course, has now spent 2 years with us last year, and I guess it would have been the 2013-14 season. Ty was a Clipper, and it is such an honor for me to have a chance to participate in introducing Ty as our new coach. Ty's won championships. Not that I'm an expert on game management and X's and O's, but all of our staff says Ty sees the game as good or better as anybody that you'll ever meet, which I think is awesome. Ty's also a guy who I have really come to understand holds himself and others accountable, which is a key part of being good in the sports business. Ty's a coach who's had a real record of connecting as a former player, perhaps, but connecting with his players. And even the short time Ty and I have really spent more time together, I'll tell you, Ty's my kind of guy. He wants to move, learn new things, absorb, think new thoughts, which I think is essential to keep pushing yourself like that, to be better, to grow. And we asked Ty, kind of what else do you spend your time on? Ty said, Steve, I'm really all about basketball. And I think that kind of work ethic is what you really need to succeed in any business, but particularly this one. Lawrence Frank, who you hear from, Michael Winger, Trent Redden, Mark Hughes, really did their job to ensure we have the best coach. And of course, we were all able to consult with Jerry West, who has quite a track record of all of this kind of stuff, and I guess has known Ty for over 20 years now. So without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to Lawrence Frank, and Lawrence will proceed with the proper introduction of Ty.
When you work in basketball, you deal a lot in numbers and letters, X's and O's on a whiteboard, stats on a screen, lines on a resume. Everything can be studied and measured, almost everything. Feel is a term you hear, but you can't quantify. Feel for the game, feel for players, feel for people. The man I'm about to introduce has a lot of qualities we prize. He's a thinker, he's a connector, he's a dynamic leader who lifts you even as he challenges you. He's got the X's and O's, he's got the resume, he's also got the feel. It comes across in the way he sees the game from every angle and the way he relays his vision, often on the fly, in the action. Ty has been where we want to go. He has taken a supremely talented team faced with challenges to the peak of the NBA. It's no secret we've had a difficult month. We lost a series we were in position to win. We said goodbye to a coach we all greatly admire. We all take responsibility for what took place and have been working hard towards making the necessary improvements. The first step was finding the best head coach to lead us forward and grow with our group. We talked to a lot of fantastic candidates, as Steve said. Sometimes the best is sitting right in front of you. I'd like to introduce the new head coach of the LA Clippers, Ty Lue.
First of all, I just want to say, thank you to Mr. Ballmer. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Jerry West. Thank you, Mark Hughes. Thank you, Trent Redden, for having the belief and confidence in me to give me the opportunity to coach this franchise. And I really appreciate it. I'm happy to be back. I'm excited, and I'm just ready to start working right away. I'm excited because the roster is unbelievable, and to have a chance and opportunity to coach a team like the Clippers, who I love their roster, I love the team, I love what they stand for as an organization. Getting Mr. Ballmer and him kind of just being genuine of the person that he is and taking care of everyone and making sure everybody's in a great place. That's the type of environment I want to be in, and that's the type of environment that you need to win the championship. Everyone has to be on the same page. Everyone has to be together, and it has to be a family. And when you start there, I think it's easy to build a championship team because everyone's invested, everyone's a part of it, everyone's happy to be here, and that's what I like. So that's just to answer your question. Doc has been my mentor since I've been in the league and coaching, and he's given me my first opportunity. So without Doc, I wouldn't be in this position today. It's a tough loss for all of us, as Steve said. With that being said, I've learned a lot from Doc, but I've also learned a lot from a lot of other coaches around the league because I'm always studying. I'm always trying to get better. I want to be better. So not just learning from Doc, but I've learned from other coaches like Spo and Brad Stevens and, watching Nick Nurse last year, thinking outside the box of being able to play box in one and triangle in two and bringing something new to the NBA. And if you stop learning and you stop being willing to learn from other people, then you won't be successful. So, everything I do is not mine. I take a little bit from each person, each coach, each great coach, Popovich, Phil Jackson, Stan Van Gundy taught me a lot. Scott Skiles taught me a lot. So just being able to take from a lot of different coaches and kind of make it your own, that's what I pride myself on. For me to be here, they chose me, and it feels good to be wanted. And I kind of forgot the second part of your question, but, I'm just so happy and excited because they took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity to be here. And it wasn't a situation where, I turned down other situations. I think it was more so the Clippers wanted me. They wanted me to be here, and I just felt good. I worked with Lawrence in Boston. I learned a lot from him on the defensive side of the basketball, from Lawrence and Thibodeau. Mark Hughes was my coach when I was in Orlando with Doc. Trent Redding was with me in Cleveland when we won the championship. Jerry West drafted me. So just being around the environment that we have and people that I know is great. And then also having a year under my belt of just being around PG, Kawhi, Lou Will, Trez, and the team that we have in place, and just seeing what we needed to do better, what we can get better at, and just having that 1 year of experience of being around those guys have really helped me out as well. Just looking at our team, we need to play faster at a better pace. I think getting easy baskets is one thing. I think sharing the basketball, playing through our best players, and then also making the other players on our team better, moving the basketball, changing sides of the floor with the ball, I think is very important for this team. But also getting our players in the best position and best spots on the floor that they're comfortable in, and they've kind of played in those spots and positions throughout their career. I'm big on pressure because if you don't have pressure, that means you don't have a chance of winning the championship. So when you talk about pressure, that means you're in a situation to win. That's what I want to do. I want to be one of the greatest coaches. I want to be great. So in order to be great, you have to win. So to me, when you talk about pressure and all that it means, to me, it just means you're in a position to win the championship. And you want to take on those pressures. You want to be better. You want to be great. So in order to be great, you have to get over those hurdles. So I'm excited about it. I don't look at it as pressure. I look at it more so as a chance to win another championship and take this team to a higher level. Well, leadership is different. I mean, if you talk about our two players with Kawhi and PG, as you referenced, they lead by example. I mean, practicing hard and, working hard every day individually on their game. And you're not going to have like the best players be the natural leaders at all times. It doesn't happen like that. So I think a lot of leadership has to come from me. I think it comes from Kawhi. I think it comes from PG. I think it comes from Lou and Pat Beverly. And it's going to be collective. I don't think you can just say leadership from one person and put that demand on one person to do that. I think we got to do it as a committee. And they're great. I got to show them different ways of leadership. They're going to show me different ways of leadership. I'm going to learn from Mr. Balmer and Lawrence as well. Like you said, it's all collective, and I don't know everything. They don't know everything, so we want to get better as a group. But the biggest thing I think in leadership is just communication, being able to communicate with one another. Myself, Kawhi, PG, Lou, Pat, Trez, and the communication will help the leadership going forward.